Welcome to Internet Quality Academy, your own channel. And the channel is dedicated for the civil engineer, site engineer, and the construction professionals who are working in the construction projects. In this channel, we are discussing about the construction procedure, quality control procedure, and the strategies which is required to get success in the construction industry. So if you are a construction professional or you just want to know or curious about to know what is the construction procedure, this channel is for you. In today's video, I will discuss about the foundation drawing. Foundation is the main pillar of the any structure or the building. So whenever we are getting a foundation drawing, what to read, how to read, and how to implement at the project, that we will discover in full in this video. So stay tuned until the end to get the full information about the foundation drawing details. Let me open my mind map, and if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload any new video, you will get immediate notification. So whenever we receive a foundation drawing or any other drawing, first things what you need to check, we need to check what are the notes have given in the drawing. And also you need to check what is the drawing number, what is the drawing title, and what is the revision number. Why it is important? Suppose you have the revision 1. Now you have get the revision 2. Now, if you don't check the drawing whether it's a revision 1 or the revision 2, there may be a possibility that you will execute the work as per the revision 1, and that will be non-conformance against the quality. So first things we need to check what is the drawing number, what is the drawing title, and what is the revision number. And if you are ensured that it is the latest drawing, then start the other part of the drawing, how to read or what to check. First things, what is the notes? See, here it is written all dimension are in millimeter, levels are in meter. So dimension in millimeter and level are in meter. And you know what does mean unless noted otherwise. So whatever the dimension you will get, that is in millimeter, and in the level it will show as the meter. And if it is mentioned anything else in the drawing, that will be separate. And these drawings shall be read in conjunction with the schedules of items of specification. So whenever we are read a drawing, we should also check the specification and check the schedule of rates. That means bill of quantities. Why? Because maybe in the drawing, so which is mentioned not in align with the specification or not in align with the BOQ, because a BOQ is the basis for the payment. I mean, if it is not aligned, that means we will not get the money after doing the work. So what you have to do, if there is a discrepancy, we need to raise an RFI, that is request for information, to the consultant or the concerning authority, that we are finding that discrepancy in between the drawing specification and the BOQ. Please suggest which one has to follow. So they will reply what to do. So these things, then finished ground level, that is correspondence to 9.976. Here it is mentioned 9.976, but in any other places it should be mentioned 100, 105. What is means that the RL is this correspondence to EL, that is when elevated level is 0, whatever we are considering in the site is a 0, which is actually the RL is this is the above mean sea level, this much. That also you need to take care. Okay, then concrete mix for RCC work shall be M25. So here it is mentioned what is the mix proportion, what is the grade of concrete. Then reinforcement shall be grade of Fe 500 conforming to IS 1786. That means in the notes we are getting what is the grade of concrete and what is the grade of steel. And then clear cover. See here everything is mentioned, column, grade beam, footing. So clear cover is very much important in ensure the durability of the concrete. So you need to know what is the minimum clear cover in the grade beam, in the column or the footing. So in the notes is already mentioned. Then unless otherwise mention of column of foundation, a column shall coincide. So it should be, and no, there will be no eccentric column. There should be column center and the foundation should be matched. If it is eccentric, then it should be mentioned in the drawing itself. Okay, then it's mentioned with reference to the page of 30 geosectional blah blah, this soil after one. So it is about the soil report. So the load bearing capacity, what will be the soil, that will be mentioned, that according to that this has been designed. So this will be ensuring that you need to verify that. See, again it is mentioned the borehole location and the minimum is 6 ton per square meter. So whenever you're getting, you need to check the soil report also, the whatever it is mentioned, the borehole 4, that means the location is same or not. Maybe whenever the project has started, there are so many borehole we have to done. So this location is required to borehole 4, that you have to ensure before starting the work. Then PCC of lean concrete, that is also mentioned, 1:4:8. And what is NS and EW? That is northing and southing and easting and this is a coordinating system, that is also mentioned. So this thing in the notes we need to check the first. Then again we need to start with the layout. So what will be the layout? Then we need to check as per the drawing. See, here it is a foundation building foundation layout is there. So how much foundation is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 foundation. So we have a foundation. And what type of foundation is this? This is F1, this is F2, this is F3, this is F1, this is F4, F4, F5, F5. So there are 5 type of foundation. Now we understand there are 10 foundation and there are 5 type of foundation. And every foundation has the different dimension and the different reinforcement detail. So, and accordingly, we need to check the center line or the grid line. Here, there is a 4 grid line, and in other direction there is a 9 grid line. So we understand that this has to, whenever we are doing layout also, we need to check these 4 grid line in this axis and 9 grid line in this axis. According to this, we need to lay out this one. And there are 10 foundation and 5 types of different foundation. Now there is a column also, foundation. So how does this is C1 column, C1, C1A, here is C1A, here is C2, C2, C3, C1, C1, C2, C3. In this foundation, we can check there is 3 columns. So we need to check the how many numbers of columns in each foundation. So excuse me. So we have founding that there are different number of columns and different size of columns. Now we have understand that this number of foundation is there. These are the grid line is there, and in the foundation, this number of column is there. Now we need to check what is the foundation depth and foundation details. These foundation details we can find out 6.25 and 4 meter. That is the dimension. But what is the depth? Now we need to check the section. In the section, we will find out the depth of the column. See, here it is a foundation. T it is mentioned. Why it is T mentioned? Because here are 5 types of foundation. This is a typical section of a foundation. In T is mentioned, which means that in there will be a table. In the table, it will be mentioned what is the T. And see here, what A, B, C, D. A is the main reinforcement of the foundation, and B is the distribution bar, and C is also main foundation on the top, and D is the distribution in the bottom. And then the column foundation, and the column foundation is mentioned column reinforcement. We will get the column reinforcement. Now we are finding out that this is my foundation, number of foundation, number of columns, dimension of foundation, depth of foundation, and still I found out A, B, C, D, and T. Now we will check the table, how we can get the all details of this T, A, B, and C, D. And this is a typical section. Section A, we have shown this one, and this one, the slab reinforcement. The A, B, C is the bottom, and the B, C and D is the top. Now we will go for the details of the check. These are the table. In the table, it is mentioned the types of foundation: F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. Now, this NS, the north-south and east-west. North-south dimension is 6250, and east-west dimension in 4,000, that means 4 meter, and depth of footing is 450. Now thickness we have getting, this is a 450, and how much is that means it is T. Here is the mentioned depth of footing T, and T is 450, 450, 450 for F3, and F4, F5, it is 400. So now we understand what is T and how we get the T1. Now the bar mark A, that means bar mark A is bottom main reinforcement. Here it is mentioned 16 tor at the rate of 150 center. What does it mean? 16 means dia of the bar is 16. Tor means TMT bar or the HYSD bar. It is not the mild steel. It is the TMT or HYSD bar, and that is 150 center to center. That means distance between the 2 bar, it will be 150 center to center. What is the bar mark B? That is the distribution. That is also 16 at the rate of 150 center. accordingly C and D. Now from this table we are getting the details of foundation. What is the foundation size, what is the foundation depth, what is the foundation reinforcement details, and what is the spacing of the details, that we will get. So we are already understand number of foundation and the grid line, so that we can lay out the foundation, and the number of columns and section of the foundation, and according to table of the foundation we get the dimension of the foundation, we get the depth of the foundation, and we find out the reinforcement of the foundation. Now in every foundation there is a column. Purpose is to that whenever the load is coming from the column, it will pass to the foundation and foundation will pass to the soil. So there will be column in every foundation. Now we need to check the column dimension and the column reinforcement. So we have already seen there is different type of column. See, here is different types of column dimension is there. C1 column, if you check, there is 350 by 350, and there is what, see, 425 tor. That means 4 number 25 dia HYSD or TMT bar is there in 4 corner. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this other 4 dimension is 420. That means 20 dia bar, 4 number. So total is 8 number dia bar in the column C1. In the corner of the column, that will be 25, and other 4 it will be the 20 mm. Now this is the main bar. Now there will be links, shear links. So what will be the shear links? See, 8 tar at the 200 center to center. That means 8 dia bar, HYSD bar, and 200 center to center. The bit distance between 2 bar will be 200. Now what is the shape of the shear link? See, there are 2 types of shear links. One is connecting all 8 bars. This is one, and another is diagonal one, or the diamond one people are saying, that is connecting these 4 bar. So there are 2 types of links is there. So you should be ensure whenever we are preparing BBS or we are reinforcing at the side, then you should be mentioned that there is a 2 types of links bar is there, but the center distance is the same. So we find out that column dimension, column main reinforcement or the vertical bar, and the shear bar or the links bar, and what is the shape and size of the links bar, that is also fine. In the same way, accordingly, we can find out C1, C1A, C2, C3, and everything. Now, we have find out this column dimension, column layout, and column dimension and everything. Now, what will be the lap length? Now, because in the column also you need to do the lap. In the foundation, if it is more than 12 meter, you need to lap. So luckily here there is no lap in the foundation. But if we find the foundation is more than the 12 meter of the dia bar, so how you will ensuring the lap? And again, when it is a lap you have to provide, you need to know where is the bending stress, bending moment, or shear force diagram. Accordingly, you have to plan whether the bending moment is less, you have to provide the lap. So you need to provide the lap zone also accordingly. So these things you need to take care whenever you are getting a foundation drawing, what you need to check. So summarize these things will be first revision number, drawing number, and the drawing title. Then whatever the notes is there, that we need to check. Then you need to check the foundation layout and the number of foundation, grid line, number of columns, types of column we need to check. Then we need to check the foundation details and the foundation section plan view and the section view. And according to section view and plan view, we'll get the details. And here another things also you need to check, then what will be the depth of foundation. See, here it is mentioned elevation is minus 2.9 meter bottom of foundation. That means bottom of foundation will be the from 0 level minus 2.9 meter. Here it is mentioned 0 meter 0 level. And check there is a grade beam also. So whenever we reach in this point, we need to provide a grade beam. So accordingly, you need to plan whenever we will do the grade beam. So these things also you need to check the foundation depth or where the foundation will be placed. Why? You need to ensure with the soil testing report that this depth is adequate to transfer the load to the soil. And then again, we have to check the foundation table where you can find out the foundation dimension, foundation depth, and the reinforcement detail. Then we need to check column size, column reinforcement, column dimension, and column shear bar or link bar, and then we'll check the reinforcement lap or required not. So these things you need to check whenever you are getting the foundation layout drawings, and accordingly we have to plan the foundation layout work at the site. So I hope I will cover everything. And if you find it useful, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notifications. And if you want to know anything about the quality control or the construction procedure, please let me know so that I will also come with the more content like this. And I'm waiting for your valuable comment so that everyone can grow from your comments. Thank you very much for watching me.